Alrighty then. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Santa Rita School Board meeting on July 24th, Wednesday. Let's go ahead and open up with roll call, please.
Ms. Cindy Lopez. Present. Mr. Jacob Sandoval.
Present.
Mr. Neil Patel.
Aye, Captain.
Ms. Alvariano and Ms. Sarah Turner are not present.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with Pledge of Allegiance. Cindy, would you like to lead it today?
Sure.
I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. First up, 1.3, approval of board agenda. Fellow board members, hopefully you've gotten reviewed it.
Yeah,
Any
I
changes?
motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0.
Aye, Captain. All right, for closed session items, we have 2.1, public employees appointment. 2.2, potential litigation. 2.3, public employee performance evaluation. Do we have any public comments for closed session?
We do not.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session, please.
I motion for closed session.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Captain.
Motion 3-0.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Santa Rita Union Elementary School District Board Meeting on July 24th. We're coming back from closed session. We had no action taken. We're going to move forward with 5.1 approval of consent agenda. Board members?
I motion to approve 5.1, the consent agendas.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0.
Oh, yeah, Captain. There we go. All right. We're going to move forward with 6.1 Santa Rita Teachers Association. Do we have any representative today?
We do not.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to move forward to 6.2 California School Employees Association. Any members, representatives here today?
We do not.
All right, thank you very much. We'll go off to our next item, 6.3 Superintendent's Cabinet.
Claudia Ariano, our Chief Human Resources Officer, joining us for the first time.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Did you have anything to report?
And I do not have anything to report other than everyone has been very gracious with me and I'm very grateful to be here.
Awesome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. But I do have one comment. As we're beginning the school year, my concern is always to make sure we are fully staffed, and we have either a classroom with teachers and we're ready to go with our human resources. So God bless you and Godspeed. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to move forward to 6.4
Oh,
board.
we've got-
I
sorry.
apologize. There's a couple of more.
Yep.
Ooh, oh my good God. We're going to go back to 6.3 and we have further members of the cabinet.
Rosa Zamudio.
Nothing major. We just getting, well, the principals are getting back to the beginning of the year. So we went over information such as the school site budgets for these years, new forms that they need to fill out, regulations. We're moving one of our forms for an extra work agreement out of SCAPE to Inform K-12 just to be more efficient, more effective. When I met with the school site secretaries, I always get feedback because whoever's using the form, I want to make sure that everyone review it before we make it live. So we met with our HR department, with my business department, of course, with the school site secretaries, and I passed that information to the principals just to get feedback. Just want to tell you that the school secretaries are very excited. We're always looking for more efficiency, more like an easier way to do things and just things to move faster as we don't have that much staff. So just getting things moving. So that's exciting this year and just having that ongoing communication with my principals and school secretaries. Looking forward to meet with the school site secretaries again to go over the new budgets and new information and just excited for the new year.
I have a question. Yeah. Okay. It's not a rush, but whenever you get a chance, can you send us the updated budgets for each school site? You know how you in the past you kind of do the breakdown as far as like what they can use it for and stuff and how much allocated?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, not a rush, not a rush.
And we have Chuck Helm here with us.
I'm going to keep mine short as well. I have a few agenda items that I'll address when they come up, but just to speak to Mr. Patel, the staffing comment, had a great meeting with Rosa and Claudia today, moving on a supervisor position for our department soon, hopefully. More interview scheduled for the rest of this week. So I'm confident that, working with HR, we'll be able to get that done.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, we're going to move forward with 6.4 board and superintendent report. Starting from my left, Cindy.
I don't have anything to report. Just, it was a great summer. I hope, we have a great beginning of our school year and thank you for everybody doing the part. And I'm excited to start the new school year here and see all the new things that are coming and our projects come to life. So, yeah.
Jacob.
For myself, I attended the Community Human Service meeting. I'm part of the main summer part of the board. They had their 50th, which is ironic because we barely got it now, but their 50th anniversary. They did give Santa Rita a certificate for being a partner, and they kind of went through their 55-year history and kind of a lot of the work they've been doing, and they had some people have gone through their programs and the impact they've had. And it's pretty amazing things that they've been able to do, not just with the school districts, but just in general with the different sites that they manage and stuff. So that was a really great experience. I'm very thankful. I went by La Jolla and it looks like the crews are doing a great job of getting the schools ready, and getting them prepped for the students to arrive. So very excited to get the school year started. That's about it for me.
Yep, same thing here. I'm very impressed with the preparations for the various sites that's going on. A lot of changes are happening in various school districts, and hopefully we can stay abreast of current developments and making sure that our district is prepared to implement whatever we need to do to make sure this district stays on top. And rest assured that we have a great board and a great admin staff. So whatever comes our way, I'm looking forward to this school year. Thank you very much.
It was exciting to have our administrators back with us this past week, getting to spend some good work time with them, and they're at their AVID training now. And our teachers are coming back next week. So we'll have some new teacher orientation days. And then our veteran teachers, returning teachers are coming in for some professional development and some work time with their teams and in their classroom to prepare for our students coming the following Tuesday. So I feel like this is a real crunch time, but it's been really fun getting things out to school sites, ready for students, working with our library media techs to get things, tagged and ready for checkout. And it's always an exciting time of the year. So.
Alrighty then, we're going to move on to public comment section 7.1 for non-agendized items. Do we have any comments?
We do not.
All right, first, how about 7.2, public comment regarding agendized items?
We have none.
All right. We're going to move forward with 9.1, action item, approval of annual declaration of need for fully qualified educators.
Yes, this item is coming forward for your approval. It's a prerequisite by the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing.
Sure.
Before the district can petition for any type of teaching permit, this must be filed with the commission. A copy of that declaration of need, it's been attached and enclosed with your documents. It'll be good for 1 full year. It'll be in effect through June 30th of 2025. And it's simply a projection of the needs that the district will have for this upcoming school year. It can be revised at any time if we find out that we have the need to petition more than the numbers that have been reflected on this form.
Board members?
Motion to approve.
I second, and thank you, Claudia, for all that explanation.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Captain.
Motion 3-0.
All right, 9.2, approval of Heartland agreement with the Nutrition Services Department.
Yeah, so we are moving on from Titan for our POS services. Things have just gotten a little stagnant with them over the last few years. So reached out to Mosaic or Heartland, their program's called Mosaic, offer some more services, a little bit of a higher price, but keep in mind the funds are coming out of grant money. It's not coming out of the general fund or the specific department fund. So.
Board?
I motioned.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, Captain.
Motion 3-0.
I was gonna say a joke right now regarding the POS, but I won't say anything about the old POS. Did you get that one? No. 9.3, approval of Heartland agreement for implementation and training.
So this goes hand in hand with the last item. This is their implementation. With any new software, we have to onboard new programs. So this is training for our staff, training for myself, and the overall cost of implementing the new software. Because it's one time, it's just this year for the implementation. If we move forward with them next year, you'll see that portion. We'll keep the training on, but you'll see the implementation lesson. Also coming out of the grant money, sorry.
Board?
I motion to approve item 9.3.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye, Captain.
Motion 3-0.
Oh, yes. 9.4, approval of animal damage management. I never knew I had to meet with management for animals before. Anyway, agreement for pest control services.
So very important, obviously, for kitchens, keep pests out of the food, and ultimately off of our students' plates. Animal damage management has done a great job every year for our kitchens. We go out to request quotes each year and they always come in with the lowest. But with them, we don't just get what you're paying for, right? We get good service monthly. They show up, and if we have an issue, they come even off track. That's basically a renewal.
Board?
I just have a quick question.
Yes.
Chuck, they come monthly and do they do like the whole spray down? Or just if it's needed, they do that? Do they keep up like on a monthly to spray to prevent? Or it's just if it's needed, then they do it?
With kitchens, it's a little tricky. You can't necessarily spray stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they monitor, they put traps down.
Traps.
If we have, for example, an ant problem, then they'll show up and try to take care of that to the best of their ability. Mostly rodents, keep them out of the kitchens. This is just for kitchens. This isn't necessarily the
ground.
pests, all the grounds and gophers and all that stuff. This is primarily for the kitchens.
I motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, Captain.
Motion 3-0.
All right, 9.5, approval resolution, 2407.18, temporary fund transfer.
So this is a temporary fund transfer to be able to have enough funds in our Fund 35 to finalize everything with the land purchase. I don't know if you remember in one of the last meetings, we did a $2.2 million temporary transfer. That money has to be returned back. And I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the year, we had almost exactly those $4 million that we said this is for land purchase. As we had another appraisal, as we had more testing expenses, DSA fees and all of that, it went over the 4.1. And I would like to have a little bit of more flexibility in case something else comes up. However, we did get an email today that we should be closing by tomorrow. So we are excited about that. And just to make sure that we have enough cash in there and not to roll low, because if we have less money of what, if we're running low on any of the funds, we could charge negative interest. So I want to make sure like we have about 100K flexible to be able to just have funding in case we need to expend anymore.
I have a question. I know we submitted the request for the additional funds because they had given us for the original amount, but obviously when the appraisal came in higher, the price went up. Is it still in review or has it been approved or is it still kind of in their process?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it's still on the process. We have to finalize this step, which is the final
I
purchase, so
see.
they can get to all the final numbers. And that way we can submit a revision saying this is what we finally spent compared to what we submitted back, I think it was 2020 or so. So there is a big difference. And we are supposed to get that adjusted amount from the state. So once we get that money, then we return these funds to Fund 40.
Okay, so pretty much they need like the final numbers to make sure we actually
Right,
spend it
correct.
versus we might spend it and things come up
right.
difference. Yeah. I know with a lot of the budget changes at the state level, does that impact as far as where they're getting the fund to potentially give us the $500,000?
Can you?
Sure. So we're requesting an additional 500,000, but I guess
Yeah.
my question is it the
Actually,
circle?
we're requesting the difference between the original 3.6 million and whatever our final number over 4 million is. And so it's probably over $1 million that we're requesting to make up the difference. And then once we have that final number. So this temporary transfer is just to make sure, like if we have any more kind of site design plans that need to be put in place now at this stage, that we have that flexibility, because all of that is also part of what we'll be requesting the difference for.
Yeah, and the reason why we had the $4 million, because even though we only got the 3.6, is because if you remember, back probably 2 years ago, we set that $1.5 million extra to be able to have those $4 million, because during that time we still didn't have that extra money from the state. So that the reason why we only need $500,000 is because we had already done one transfer, and because right now our cash is running low after the purchase. So that's the only amount that we need right now. Once we get the final amount or the adjustment from the state, for sure we're gonna get more than $1 million.
Oh, yeah,
So
no,
we'll
I
be able
understood
to-
why we were doing the transfer. So my
Okay.
question was more,
They have funding.
does the state have funding to be able to give us the money that we're gonna need for the difference? That was my question. I understand the other part.
That's always a good question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause that's why
Um,
that's why my question is where it was in the process, right? Because I know we made the request and the assumption is traditionally what happens is you need additional funding and here's the final numbers.
Yeah.
Kind of where that.
So, because our project was already approved and it's already in the queue, right? Like
Sure.
we don't have to get out of line and do it again. So that gives us a little bit more of a priority to recoup that difference as opposed to if we were waiting for the upcoming state facilities bond on the ballot. And if it passes, we would be getting in line for those funds. We're already in line and in process for the funds that they have available now. We're not waiting for the possibility of a future fund to make the request. And so they know that our request is forthcoming and so that we're looking at whatever that final number difference is. So it's the current state funding that they have available for facilities and timing on when they might be able to give us that. If it's 6 months versus a year, we won't know that.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
part that we're not too sure. And then when you're saying we're closing, it's closing on escrow for the land. Is that what you're referring to?
They, yes, the title company had a little bit of a challenge getting all of the signatories, as some of them live out of state. And so we're kind of working back and forth with them. And so she let us know with a big explanation point, we're ready. It's,
ready,
we're
okay.
filing it tomorrow. So.
Cool. And if you guys, I'm sure you will, but just send us a little cake
Yes.
greet when we close and stuff, just so we know that's done.
We're gonna go
Yes.
put our Santa Rita flag over there. Well, I think we could.
I motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Motion 3-0.
All right, last but not least, 9.6, approval of MCBH, Monterey County Behavior Health Specialist. Yep,
Yes.
it's for a general ed contract.
We had a contract with MCBH for our special education students and a small portion of that for our general education students. They're able to offer us a full-time service for our general education students in combination already with the already approved special education contract that we have. And so bringing this forward to you, and it'll be paid from our learning recovery grant for the coming year.
Board?
I motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye, Captain.
3-0.
Alrighty then, advanced planning. Our next board meeting is August 14th. Fellow board members, are there any items you would like to suggest?
Well, I know one of the things, I'm not sure if you're going to bring it up regarding the pockets for the cell phones.
Yes, as the public's well aware, probably by now, this state has moved forward with lending its support for banning of use of cell phones during the school time periods. Los Angeles Union School District was the second largest school district in the nation to implement it. Locally, our largest middle school district, which is Salinas Union High School District, has implemented a school ban use of cell phones with pouches. We are requesting that this board has requested that we look into how our district could implement something similar, but which fits our individual needs of our district. You know, I would like to see best models out there and the best one that would fit the needs of our particular community. You know, Santa Rita always does things differently. We like to take things and do it the right way. So even with this controversial possibly implementation, we want to make sure we get the public's input as along with the most number of options available, and together we'll come to some type of understanding that a community can support. So having said that, Superintendent, would you please put that on the next agenda?
Do you want it on the next agenda, or are you okay if we take a few weeks and get some information, and some options and feedback from our neighboring district?
Fellow board members?
I think that would be beneficial. I personally think it's good for us to, get information, and obviously we want the best for the children's interest, and it's something that everything you said, I'm 100%, but I like that idea. I don't know if you guys.
When's our next meeting again?
Our next meeting is August 14th.
14. So then it would be the 28th. 28th potentially? then?
We
Because you were
could
saying there-
potentially the 28th if we're able to gather enough information. Really, I would like to connect with the high school district and be able to like what kind of things were they having to troubleshoot in those first few weeks. And then, of course, we're with a budget crunch. We would need to explore outside ways to possibly fund it with some grant applications. And so if we can have a few weeks to gather that
Okay, that makes
information.
sense. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
So maybe just a statement of progress would would suffice.
Yeah, an update, maybe. an
Yeah.
update.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. Any other items, board members?
No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get
Right.
a motion to adjourn?
Oh, okay, a board.
Sorry.
Motion, please.
Or did you say the next board meeting already? Or sorry.
We,
Did I
I think
skip
we're
a step?
set. We're set. No, no, no. All right, I'll entertain a motion to close the board meeting.
I motion to close.
You second. I said, I think.
Oh,
motion,
he
yeah.
said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
sorry.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, Captain.
Motion
By the
passes
powers
4-0.
vested in me by the community of Santa Rita, I hereby say, done.